So, um, I just recently got into a relationship. It's close to 3 weeks, and my girlfriend who's currently staying with her sisters, with three nephews. So I'm sort of playing. Well, this is my first actual week to actually interact with the nephews. So there's three nephews. One is 11 years old, six, and three. I know it is very laggy on this webcam, but I just want to, you know, share this moment. Um, so you see, the title is, Absent Father and Clueless Son. And I think I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying, you know, especially if you have a son or boy, you really do need the father's interaction, regardless, especially for boys. Girls is all right. If you have a girl or daughter, you have the mother kind of teach them. But boys' natures is very different. So, for me, kind of playing sort of like the uncle role, um, I could see a lot of flashback when I was a kid. And, a bit about the girlfriend where she's staying at the moment is there's only one father figure. And one father figure who has worked in the building industry and works 7 days. Especially right now, it's Christmas period. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he spent time with the kids when there's no work. That's a bit of information. I'm not going to go any deeper than that. Okay, so um, what I do see from the kids, I see tortured because as myself, who has brought up with immigrant parents, they're too busy working and there's no, well, there is extended family to look after all my neighbors or their friends to look after me. But I think is the role is to play what's it like to be a boy or something like that. And there's lack of nurture for the boys, boys' attention. So these three boys, obviously, they're afraid of their father. Some of them behave like their father, so like father like son, and that still resonated with me. And one of them, I think the 5-year old, is coming from a divorced background, and therefore he hasn't engaged with the father since. So the other two has in the inter family. What I do see this child is being very tortured, and it's very to the point that it does resonate for me from my upbringing, and I do see that. And obviously, mothers, they were too busy working, and that is completely normal. But what I do see when I play with these boys, there was a lack of, they wanted that sort of attention, um, guidance from a guy. So 2 days ago, I was playing with them, and one of I think it was a 5-year old, didn't want me to leave, wanted me to stay. And that kind of shocked me, like how I engage with them, how I play with them, because I'm Australian born. Even though I don't speak that language, by the way, they're Vietnamese and I'm Chinese, and I don't speak that language, but we communicate with English, and I do it in a Western way, and because I have assimilated and integrated within the Australian society, where them is coming from very, very heavily influenced, dominated within their culture. And the problem with this is not the problem that is with their culture. It's the problem is this lack of manhood or a father or a mentor within the household, because the main father figure is being lacked. The 11-year-old boy is being pretty much being tortured in the corner. Um, follows everything what the father does, but what I hear from my girlfriend that they often argue, and it's not a good thing. They'll never give up. They never give in, and that is something that it's like me and my dad as well. But as we get older, we do common sense way. But now, one of the kids are too afraid to even talk. Like two of the kids are afraid to talk with their father when they arrive home. They're very open, bubbly when I'm there or when the father's not there. But when the father's there, they just shut up. So obviously there's something going on. I'm not gonna try to dig it or anything. I'm pretty sure you guys can kind of imagine what it's like. So I think one of the areas that I really want to talk about is 2 days ago I tried to lecture one of the kid, especially the 11-year-old boy, who who makes some homophobic joke like gay, like, and I found it homophobic. I was just like, he's young, he's making jokes like that, and I told him don't joke around with that, especially with the LGBT stuff. Especially in today's world, you cannot talk about, you cannot joke about that, especially in the Western world, and especially Australia because we just passed through same-sex marriage, equality marriage last year. And he's like, yeah, he knows, and I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Like, I want you to don't use that term because people lose their jobs or perhaps get expelled from school because of this. Um, I try to be like, try to lecture him, don't use that word terminology. And out of a sudden, he just went cold, very anger and everything. And I'm just there, I'm like, what have I just done? And he just went cold. His behavior just changed. And me and my girlfriend, we were just too rushed. We were having breakfast, and you know, as me, I just wanted after breakfast, I'll definitely have to check in with him and see, let him know that for me lecturing him is not saying bad about him, just saying that today's world is different, and I wanted to teach him a bit more because I've learned gender studies, I've learned feminism, and I want him to understand the concept, what is the world is going, and he shouldn't behave. He's got to get even worse, right? So you have that. He wouldn't respond, and he's on his earphones, just pumping music so loud. I took his headphones out, and he still goes to the um, lounge room, and it's just to the point to the fact that I didn't know what to say because he was all that already, and it was to the stage of the point I said, okay, maybe kids, maybe they don't like to be bossed around, they like to be their own prince or king mindset. So I just let him finish lunch, breakfast, and you know, um, me and my girlfriend we had to go to TAFE straight away, so pretty much school. So I started to get my shoes on and everything, and he started to scream and started to say things, and he got a bat. We call it a cricket bat, or you guys could call us a softball, whatever you guys call it, a baseball bat. It's something like he brought out a cricket bat. They tried to threaten him and got a cricket bat, and he's like this to me, and I'm like, okay, so now I'm experiencing family violence right in front of me now. What have I done? And I was shocked because as an 11-year-old who does that sort of behavior, it's not normal, and it just started to question me. And the girlfriend kind of told me, oh, he has bad temper, exactly the same as the father. And back in my head, it's like, of course, what monkey sees, what monkey do, pretty much, like father, like son. And when I see that, and I've just said to myself, how messed up this family, these boys have to witness. It's so messed up, and words are not communicating. And communicating, and I'm not blaming the father. The father is just a very, very under stress work, and builders, they're one of the most stressful job trades in this society. And I know people's like, oh, it's easy, concrete slab, foundation, concrete slab, bricks, mortar, and roof. And it's not that easy what people think it is. Um, and I'm just there, I'm like, damn, man, this completely reminds me of me. I'm not saying using a cricket bat, but I'm just saying, like, I had a flashback moment and saw myself how much I was like my father. And this sort of behavior wouldn't get anywhere in the future in schoolings or university or at workplace. And I'm just there, I'm like, man, these kids are being so, I can't say neglectfully, but because that's the professional word term, but like they are very damaged. Let's put it in another way. So they're clueless. They don't know what they do. They just follow. The father's absent. I feel sorry for these nephews. And when I started to play, like chopstick games, chopsticks or thumb war, they loved it. They just won over again, or play balls with them. They went over again. And I teach them how to climb poles like monkeys, you climbing poles. And obviously, my girlfriend was so shocked. She's like, why are you teaching him, this sort of stuff? And I'm like, this is what boys should learn. Boys shouldn't be learn nurturing, caring all the way through. We should be learn to drive them, push them. We push them. And the kids, they love it. And I think that's the reason why I'm making this video, saying that I guess in the modern world of child upbringing, because of this nuclear family, even though this family is extended, but it's very absent with the father or grandpa or male role model. They are neglected. Um, I'm sorry to say that word, but they are destroyed. Um, and when you have that, it tells you a lot. Um, so yeah, you teach the kid, you push the kid, push it all the way through. And I guess that's the main reason why they really like me. And but that's how I see this, boys, especially, what I said to my girlfriend is, if this 11-year-old boy literally did that in school and the teacher find out, there will be huge consequences. There's got to be like child protection. There's got to be social work. There's got to be counseling. And obviously labeling this family as bad, terrible, neglectful, or perhaps doping some medication for the kid to control his impulsive behavior. And that's the problem in today's world, impulsive behavior, you know, and that literally will not only destroy the kid, but also the family. And I'm just there, I'm like, damn, my girlfriend's thinking, oh, you think too much, Will, this and that. And I know I'm just in the relationship, but to see that, it really hurts me, because I do see myself when I was a young kid. And when I was a young kid, it kind of gets away, but not in today's world. Today's world is a complete different world. So that is a video, I think, clueless sons. And it's just, they don't know where they're going. And I know they're young, but how much longer they have this sort of behavior? See, that's a problem.